Up. Am I actually on time today? That is a first. Move these. How's everyone doing? Should be live, hopefully. All right, we'll give it a minute. All right, yeah, we're live. Cool. How's that? How's everyone doing? Actually, I do want to log into this as well. While everyone's kind of piling in here. Perfect. How's everyone doing? Oh yeah, first in chat, Hamoon, dude, you beat Pasternak. If I actually had a schedule, I think Mr. 88 would be first every time if I actually had a schedule. Mr. Sanchez, how you doing? Hey, did everyone's MCP rank go down? Yes, it did. Mine did. When I saw it on Twitter, a lot of people were talking about it. I was like, oh, look mine up too. It put me down to like Plat 1. I was Diamond 1, which I believe is obviously above Platinum. So I went down like a full 5 ranks, I guess, technically, from like 1 to 5 and then down to Platinum 1. So went from Diamond 1 all the way to Platinum 4. Wow. Yeah, I was at Diamond 1 and they put me to Plat 1. So let's go. What's up, Slider? What up, vibes? We vibing? Yes, ma'am. D1 and only. How you doing? Sure, Hawaii's treating you guys well. 7th. What's up, everyone? Oh, Mr. Singh, I got something for you. Here we go. Oh, I don't know how well these are gonna work on the headset. It's kind of annoying with the earbuds or like the headset here. It's kind of like, there we go. I'll wear this maybe for a minute. It looks weird. Like head on. Here. You look like a cop? Yeah. I actually had to like grow the beard to match the AI picture a little bit, you know? It does kind of help my eyes a little bit, I will say that. Like the reflection off just like constantly looking at screens. Jeff, what's up? It is raining here. Now I'm stuck at home, chilling here and listening. Let's go. Those are the best days. Went from Master to Diamond 1. Hamoon, no. You look like a cop? Yeah. Dude, I was just randomly thinking of like Super Trooper like quotes like immediately. It's been such a long time since I watched that show, but that is a good look. Cool, thanks. I bought these for $9 on Amazon. I'm like, what are just some cheap aviators? Like, I don't need actually nice ones. These were like $9. Looks a little off of my head. I don't know, whatever. I stick with unarguable FAs. Todd, Superman, not others like Hulk, Hulk or Captain America, where the comic could be FA, or Wonder Woman, where she's been dropped first on. Okay, so you're going like the first, just like first FA ever, right? Like either in collectible or comic format. You're just going for whichever is like the actual first. Interesting. Some people, I mean that's like a very purist like FA blockchain kind of thing. I mean, technically, I mean, Todd is the first in a lot of things on Veve, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the community plays out, right? Veve's labeled it a certain way on their platform, and I think that's where people put most of the value, but people could put FAs in that too. That is a good look. Thanks. Vibe Tribe represent. Oh, Pixel Trader, what's up, dude? Yeah, market's going nuts. I know we've talked a little bit off stream about some coins and stuff like that, but yeah, I'll have to have you on again sometime. Today I just wanted to just chill, do market stuff, all that. Can't wait for the bull market. Bring it on. Yes. I just hope you guys have accumulated enough. I know I haven't. I'm just kind of upset that I don't get like my work bonus and all that stuff till like June-ish. June, I don't know, we'll see. It's not like I'm gonna pour my whole check into like Veve or something like that, but it would allow me to secure some grails, if assuming they stay at this level. I highly doubt it, because that's like after the halving, all that stuff. But who knows? Last bull run, Veve didn't really pop off until all the market, like the crypto market, did their thing, right? A lot of them were just pumping. Altcoins were coming out of the woodwork, and those were pumping as well. A lot of shit coins, meme coins, whatever. And then Veve didn't really like kind of wasn't able to take advantage of that to like the tail end half of it. So we might have a little bit more time than we think to like secure some collectibles and grails, because I do think, I know at least for me personally, I am, anytime I have like new money to put into crypto or Veve, I'm putting the majority of it into crypto rather than Veve, because I know that can go up many times more than certain collectibles, right? That's just my take. So all right, let's take a look at this. So Mr. Singh had a really nice tweet yesterday saying how, I don't know if, basically because of our discussion, not yesterday, but the day before, about the Lambo drop, that he didn't pull the trigger, which is fine. You guys can do what you want with your gems. But I've always enjoyed kind of providing like an alternative way to just look at collecting, buying stuff, gambling, you know, gambling on the app, whatever it is, right? So I did something similar. So instead of buying the Lambo drop, I know if you guys have been watching my stream for a while, I've been talking about this thing for like months, and I was like, when's the bottom, whatever. So I finally bought it yesterday for like 35 bucks. I was like just tired of talking about it, so I finally got the book. 35 gems, or sorry, yeah, basically 35 gems, and I saw like the all-time low was like 28, and I'm like, this is close enough, whatever, I'll just buy it. Floor's now 62. There, it went from like 34 to like jumped all the way up to 62. I know most people don't really care about this, but I've always liked the Necronomicon. I've always liked Cthulhu and just kind of sci-fi and just like fantasy, dark fantasy kind of stuff. So yeah, it's only a $35 purchase, but it's just like, I don't know, I was kind of, and I kind of like buying things at like a huge discount, or like as cheap as possible, even if it goes away, because there's so many things I want to collect. I try to, I don't necessarily say like time the bottom, but kind of in a way. But I'm glad I like finally got this. It's actually animated. I'm sorry for blinding you guys. I think it's really cool, and I think this will look cool in the Veverse if you're doing like a Halloween themed thing, or just other themes in general. So what is going on here? You guys seen this before? Why does it look like this? Looks like it's like in-app. I can't really look or do anything. Are there issues with this collectible? Let me try it one more time. Just cover your eyes. Yeah, I think some small punts. Veve's still till end of year, and then start 2025. I think Veve and others in the space will really start to run. I agree. You also bought Astro Boy 415 and Lucky Russo 415. What does that put you at? You're pretty close, aren't you? You have like less than 5 to go. And I'm so happy I did not gamble on Lambo. Yeah, it's just not, I don't know. Part of me was like, look, I like Lambo, but I'm not in love with it. And I'm not throwing, like, there's so many other things I actually enjoy that I'd rather throw 70 gems at. So sometimes you kind of have to just be like reminded of that, that you don't always have to just chase the new drop. And honestly, this is, I mean, this is set up by Veve and the licensors on purpose, right? Like, hey, there's less interest in drops, right? 2023 was like a terrible year. There's so many drops did not sell out. And I think Veve kind of reevaluated, but like, all right, we need to have some sort of chaser for most drops. Not every drop, but most drops, we need to have like a chase item to really get people like, oh man, if I win this, I can get, you know, I can 10x my money, or, you know, 5x, whatever it is. So I kind of caught myself getting a little too caught up in that, where it's like, all right, I'm putting in 70 gems or whatever. It's like, I still have what, like a 1% chance to win? Like, I know the 1% chance might be worth it, but I don't know, the drawbacks seemed a bit much for me. So it's like, I'd rather just secure things that I know are cheap. Like we were just talking about it the other day, like Joker. Wonder what Joker's at. Let me zoom in so you guys can see. He's already gone up a bit. He's at 80. I remember when I was talking about him, he was at like 75, low 70s. And then the other one was Luke Skywalker. Probably just type in Skywalker next time, but Chucho has joined Vibe Tribe. Thank you so much, dude. Wow, time flies. Yeah, dude, it's 22 months. You and a few others have been here for quite a few months, like you, Pixel Trader, gosh, and a few, there's a few others that have been over 20 months. And I really want to do something cool with you guys, at least the guys that have been, you know, for over like a year and a half subbed. I super appreciate it. So I'll do something cool. I've already been doing some research. I want to show off you guys in a way that's on the screen and animated. That's all I can kind of say or think about right now, but it might take some time. Where is it? I think you'll find that I'm full of surprises. Okay, this one's actually gone down a little bit, but Rare Luke, as well as Boba Fett. That was another one where like, what could we buy? Boba Fett. That was another one where we were kind of just brainstorming like, all right, if you just had to buy 70 something for 70 gems yesterday, what would you buy? Boba Fett's not bad. Boba Fett got all the way down to like the low 40s at one point, which is like half a box price, and this is the ultra rare. So Leonidas says, I think that if Veve takes place in Minecraft Disneyverse, it will pump no matter the timeline. Probably, we'll see, but I mean, it's when that Veve, you know, is in that Minecraft Disneyverse, or if we do the Veve verse, if that really pops off, right? AO vibes, dig the shades. Yeah, I just want to look like my AI counterpart. I might take it off here in a little bit, like the, what do you call it, the rim or the whatever. It's kind of like pressing against my head a little bit. Jam, take what the app will give you and you'll do much better. That's actually a fantastic quote. KGM Jam, yeah, take what they give you. And this is someone that played a lot of sports too. Like I played like baseball, basketball, football. I played a ton of sports. I played football for like 14 years, so a very long time. And it's like, you just take what they give you. You can't always just fight against what's going on. We're also talking about the market too, right? And Veve and all that stuff, but it's so much easier when you just go with the current and then always fighting against it. That's why it's like, all right, if something's pumped, like I just let it go. Like it's just like, all right, there's still 20 other things I could buy that has not pumped yet. I was looking at this stuff. I saw Grails pumping, and typically, not always, but sometimes when Grails pump, you know, the S tier stuff pumps usually within a day or two, or like within a week. All of a sudden the A tier collectibles start pumping, right? It's like, all right, if Todd and Walt and Superman, all these things are pumping, then, you know, so is Harley, and you know, Joker should be S tier collectible, but he's kind of not being treated as such. Same thing with like Luke. Like those, I would say those are like very high A tier collectibles. Like then those tend to pump afterward, and then it kind of just trickles down, at least from my experience. Less than 5. I need to spend some time, go and document the entire list. That's a good call, and thank you so much. Thanks for the time and insight you share. Let's go. Yeah, I appreciate it. Are you going for a Blade comic drop or Blade collectible? I will go for the collectible just because it's so scarce, and there's only going to be, I don't know how many public mints, like less than 1,000, right? There it goes. That was super delayed, but again, thanks so much for the 5 gems. Can't say dollars here. We got to do 5 gems. Yeah, we'll take a look at the collectible really quick, or at least the list. I even have to look away, even with my sunglasses. I always feel so bad when I click that button. You guys get flashbang there. So Veve's withholding the first 41. So there's going to be 950 of these. I will go for the drop, but I'm not going to spend MCP because I like Blade, but I'm not obsessed. I'd rather just, I'm not going to, I don't have enough MCP points. I don't earn enough a day to just bid on this. Like maybe I'll bid, you know, like 5,000-6,000, like maybe just enough to beat out other people that weren't bidding, because I do want to get one. Like I just want to see if I can beat out other people that are unsure, rather than trying to beat the whales or like put it, because I only have 200,000 points, 220, something like that, around there. So at least for the collectible, I'm going for it. I'm either going to bid no or very, very little MCP personally. And then for the comic, I'm skipping the comic, and I'm just going to buy a common in the secondary. Again, I like Blade. I think he's super cool, but for 20 gems a pop, and odds are if you land a common, uncommon, even a rare, you'll probably end up just losing gems. So you basically need to land either an ultra rare or secret rare to get your money back. I mean, if you just want to, basically, if you're going for the drop, you're just gambling for a low mint or an ultra rare or secret rare. I think the rare will be like kind of close to retail, right? Common and uncommon will definitely be below retail. So that's where I'm going to jump in. I think I'm just going to buy it in the secondary market when it's like anywhere between, I don't think it'll go down to single digits, but because not a lot of people will buy it, but I'll probably hang around 11 to 13 gems, and that's when I'm going to grab it. grab a couple, I should say. Went from Diamond 1 to Plat 4. Yeah, let's see where I'm at. I was Diamond 1 for a very long time. Now they put me in Plat 1, so I'm in White Rabbit. Similar as you, I got put into Platinum. Yeah, I went from Master to Diamond 1. Yeah, what the heck? I really hope they like fix that, or I don't know, at least like make an announcement as to why things change. It's either a glitch or they're like, all right, the disparity, or maybe they're kind of thinking like it's way too easy to go from, you know, nothing to, you know, gold and platinum and diamond and whatever. Like maybe it's just way too easy, so they'd like reorganize the point structure. I'm not sure, but it would be nice to have them like give like a formal announcement. What is Obi-Wan doing? I'm looking at him a week ago, but didn't pull the trigger. I think he's actually down a bit. Let's look at Obi-Wan was another one that we, sorry if they look super tiny, I'll zoom in. Ideally, yeah, like you said, the best time to buy him was probably a week ago. Now he's up to 66. Yeah, his all-time low was probably low 40s, maybe high 30s. How many editions are there of him again? Does it say on here? Oh, there's 4,000 in circulation. Okay, that's pretty scarce still. In my opinion, I think we're kind of getting to the point where like anything less than like 6,000, I think is actually pretty darn scarce for collectibles. That includes like Boba Fett. Boba Fett's like 6,000 something ish, like the ultra rare. That's getting pretty scarce. Because I'm not just thinking about what we have right now on Veve. It's like there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of momentum. It's like I'm talking about like with the next like 6 months to a year. It's like 4,000. It really isn't that many. And yeah, there's been quite a few purchases. I mean, if you look, I mean, this guy brought up the floor for sure. Yeah, 4 days ago there was a handful of people that just bought up a bunch of Obi-Wans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 were bought in the last 4 days, which is a decent amount. Most of them were 4 days ago. 5K MCP for a blade. Yeah, and like a bunch of other people might do the same. So you could bid, you know, 550, 510, 6,000, but then someone else might do 6,000, so you would do 6,001. So it's a bit of like a mind game, the way I see it with like MCP. I actually kind of like the fact that they don't tell you how much people are bidding for MCP points. I know there were some people upset that like they feel like you should be able to see like how much you need to bid in order to win. First off, that technology I would assume is insane if you're getting a live update of what's going up and down. And then two, it's so easy for people to like pump up MCP points and then retract them with like 5 seconds left on the clock, or vice versa. Like you purposely keep it really low, but you and a bunch of other people are like, hey, we're going to bid really high last second so we can kind of secure it and make everyone think you only need to bid 10,000 points when really everyone's putting in like 30 plus. So I like that it's blind. I don't think we need to give like a live feed or update us to like how many points you need to bid for to secure it, because it's going to change. Changes every second. It's like trying to time the market. I think I'll go for it. I like Blade, but I don't want to spend MCP. Yeah, I think those, at least for me, if you guys got MCP to burn, go for it. But for me, it's like, I'll play the drop, and there's probably a 50-50 chance that I will or won't bid a small amount of MCP just to get one. I might bid a small amount. We'll see. But I woke up and I was Diamond 1 in the morning. Now I'm Diamond 2. Dude, it's these whales. I don't know what it is. It's either the app, or maybe they didn't update, or maybe there are genuinely more whales buying. I mean, there's been a ton of buying happening in the last few weeks, and maybe the market maybe the system finally updated the system and people got pushed around. But it seems a bit weird that like, everyone got pushed around, right? So they announced earlier it's a glitch and that it will take a couple days to fix. Okay, then whatever. I mean, luckily there's nothing tied to actually your level, right? Like if you have MCP points, you just bid them. You don't have to be like platinum to go for the MCP drop. You just bid the points if you have it. I'm sure they'll have some drops that are just for master collectors or stuff like that, but that's not really a thing now. I think they're going to work out the system first before they do something like that. Black Panther FA is at 12 and 14 gems for common and uncommon, so I think Dracula will be about the same. Oh, the comic? For a second, I thought you were talking about the collectibles. I'm like, I think the collectibles are a bit cheaper than that. Which actually reminds me, I haven't looked at like Black Panther or any of these in a while. Like, how much is the common? Up to 9. Yeah, there's a bit of a pump here. Now it's going for 9 gems. Yeah, I'm assuming that's probably where to land, but I mean, the Blade comic is really scarce though. Black Panther is half the mints, right? Because, or no, sorry, Blade is half the mints. Black Panther comic had 10,000 mints, and then Blade is only going to be 5,000. So we'll see. I mean, it could sell out, but I'm just going to be there waiting. Probably going to grab a couple of commons, maybe even a rare if they get cheap enough. OG Vault, sup vibes? I'm digging the shades. Thanks. I just put them on. Gary told me to put them on, and I just had to. Yeah, thanks for the update on that. glad to know that it's just a glitch. Only 600 people can hold all 3 Powerpuff Girls. Do you think Bubbles is undervalued right now? Never thought I would get this question. Is she undervalued? It's just it's just, I don't know. For me, there's just a lot of other collectibles I'd rather own. I think if anything, if people are trying to get Bubbles, it's for a flex piece or just to own sets, kind of like what you said, White Rabbit. So I think something like Bubbles, kind of, I don't know, the popularity and the type of community that we have, and then the amount of collectibles that we got going on, I feel like Bubbles really only appeals to people that either really like season 1 stuff, they're trying to complete like as many sets as possible, including Bubbles, or it's like a flex piece. Like I just don't see people that are like big, I don't know, Powerpuff fans and throwing $1,000 at Bubbles. I just personally don't see it. Like it's mostly like VVOGs. Like if you're a whale going into VV for the first time, like the first thing is you're not going to buy Bubbles first. It's probably like towards the bottom of the list, and I'm, in my opinion, I don't think it's overvalued or undervalued. It's just whatever people that do value this, there's just not enough of them here yet, or maybe there's just other better purchases. So that's kind of my take. Yeah, and this thing is hardly bought and sold. I mean, this thing barely gets a sale a month. Yeah, the last time this sold was February 2nd, or sorry, February 6th. And then it was November, then October, then September. Like it's just traded so infrequently. And there's so few. So it's hard to judge something like this, that there's so little in circulation, and 1 or 2 purchases skyrockets the price or completely dumps it. Blade's price after 24 hours? I don't know. We'd have to look at some comparables, but let me just catch up with chat. Kid Arcade, what's up? White Rabbit, yes, but be careful. Some people hold a bunch of Powerpuff Girls season 2 and dump them randomly. That could be the case. Meta Money just found an account that has 24 codes redeemed for the Sea Queens and letters and numbers survey. That's sus. Probably. either those codes were given out to the licensors, and there's like just one person who created a Veve account, just like claimed them all. Maybe there's like a location that like giving them out. I don't know much about the whole Sea Queen poster thingy or whatever. Like I'm not too familiar, even how, because it looked cool, but I didn't follow like how to land it or anything like that. So probably sus, but what are you gonna do? Anything with like physical redeemables and codes and stuff, there's always going to be like that one account that just has a ton of them, either because they bought them off other people, or they did it like illegitimately, or maybe they worked there and they created a VV account, made a bunch. I don't know. But anything with like physical redemption codes, there's always going to be weird stuff. Even when I was at New York Comic Con and I bought these guys, I bought these, the 2 Addiction like graded comics. Each one came with like a free physical card. that you could redeem for a digital version. Not the exact copy. You just got a random. It's like a blind box. And one of mine was already scanned. Like I got it and I tried to scan it like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, this isn't working. I tried the other one, worked for the first time. And I tried the other one and I'm like, I think this thing was already redeemed. Or no, I didn't scan it, but no, I had to type in the code on Veve and it just was not working. I'm like, is this an O or is this a 0? Like, I don't know. I tried everything and I'm like, I guess this already got scanned, and that can happen because the code I think was facing up on the table. And so someone probably just took a picture and just did it on Veve right there. I don't know who, I don't really care. But anytime with like physical redeemables, there's always going to be weird stuff going on. Tom Shockley, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Choo Choo top holder, 94 bubbles. I'll be careful. Yeah, that's another thing too. You could just see a sixth of the supply is tied up. Yeah. Like 20% of the supply. Actually, more than that. 30% of the supply, roughly. No, probably 20%, whatever. Is tied up by 3 people. That's a lot. It's a lot of people own the same thing, so. That's a very good shout out, Choo Choo. The comic I meant, I think Dracula is half as popular, I think, so it'll be close with that price range. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think as the mint numbers go down, it's an exponential like sliding scale. Like if you took 2 comics that were just as popular as each other, one had 10,000 mints, the other one had 5. Like I don't think the 5,000 mint one would just be automatically double the price of this other one. Like I think it'll be worth more because it is so scarce. I don't think it's always like a 2-to-1 ratio. My fiance bought a bubbles for 800 gems. Could skyrocket at any point with the additions. That's exactly right. You just have to be careful about these 3 people, right? That's kind of what we're talking about. These guys are just going to influence the price for whatever they want. They can have it go up, they can have it go down. Whatever they want to do, they can make it happen. But these bubbles and soaps are just overrated and being manipulated. I will not buy bubbles even for 10 gems. Yeah, you have to be careful. Like another one that was very, very manipulated was Jake the dog. That one was just pumped and dumped like so many times. I think this is another collectible. Like, yeah, you have, right now it's not too bad, but right now you have one person owning 200. Harris Ryan. This is the same person that owned I think 50 bubbles. And then what about Finn Mertens? Yeah, this Harris Ryan guy just owns a lot of the season 1 stuff and tends to dump them. Maybe not like he wasn't buying maybe a bunch of Supermans and stuff like that, but he has some influence. And yeah, Jake the dog has gone from 7 all the way up to 14. So Vibes, my collectibles, how you doing? Just hanging out. Vibes, can you see when last SR Miles sold and for how much? Yeah, we'll take a quick look. We'll catch up with chat in the meantime. Blade is a character, not Dracula, but the comic. I don't know. I'm going to wait and see and get one on the market. Yeah, I think my collectible said this too, and I'm following his same line of thought. Like, I'm not going to play the drop. I feel like if you're playing the drop, you're just hoping to get either a low mint or an SRUR, and that's it. If you get a rare, I think you might break even, but I doubt it. At that point, I'd rather buy 2 comics in the aftermarket for 22 gems to get 2 commons for 22, 24, than just risk it for 1. What was the question? For how much? So the last time it sold was December. That was the last time Miles sold. There's 2 purchases back to back, like back to back days. So December 6th, December 7th. Looks like they sold. I mean, this was the floor price. So I think this is the actual floor price back then was 8,300. Elmo bought it and the new floor became 10. And then when this guy bought it, sometimes it doesn't always update the floor price. Sometimes it updates from the time they bought it, and then other times it updates after they bought it. I don't know how it works exactly, because this guy bought a 2-digit. Okay, maybe he bought a 2-digit, so he probably paid a higher premium. That's why the floor didn't move. So after he bought, the floor was still 10,640. But SR Miles has a lot of does have an okay amount of 2 digits. I don't know. The floor price is 1064 right now, but yeah, it looks like it was selling between 8 to 10. somewhere around there. Dr. Foos, sent in a health ticket about your addiction code and not working. I had a couple of Funkos that didn't work. They sent me a code to copy and paste in. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll hit them up. I didn't know you can honestly send a repair ticket about that, or not a repair ticket, but a help ticket. Dracula common 7 out of 9 comic. Why not out of 10? Am I missing something there? New plan. I just don't see these IPs going up too high in value. Which ones? Like there's some huge following for Powerpuff Girls or Adventure Time will go up. Yeah, that's kind of my take too. That's what I said. Like if the only people that want to get it are either for some reason massive Powerpuff Girl fans or people that are like season 1, season 2 purists. They like having the old collectibles, or they're trying to complete sets in their whales. Like I agree with you, New Plan. That was kind of my take. I know I didn't enunciate it just like that, but say enunciate it. Explain it like that. Shankster, I stream at 8 p.m. UK time. You've made my day, amigo. Yeah, I try to stream a bit earlier on the weekends for the anyone over the pond. I like to just call you guys tea drinkers, because I'm sure you guys just drink tea all the time out there. None of you guys drink coffee. None of you guys drink anything. It's just tea. Cool Mo, what's up? Yo, vibes. I see you hanging around. Cool Mo. New plan. I'm going for it, but won't be using any points. Yeah, I think that's the move for Blade, personally. Either you just play the drop normally, no, don't bid any MCP, or you bid a very small amount and you try to bid out other people that are using MCP points. Funko Iron Man UR, 170 gems and only 350 mints. That is true. It's just tough because there's just so many Iron Mans already, but it is part of, you know, the first Funko set. There is a physical counterpart. It's the first time Veve did like a partnership with Funko. There's a lot going for it. I think if I just do 18-inch, it'll all appear. There it is. Superior. Yeah, 174, 175. Man, this thing has not moved for a month, which is a very long time. I mean, the mint numbers are pretty low, but there's just so many other things I'd rather get, unless you really like Iron Man or Funko, or you want to complete the set, or you want to keep it as like a historical piece. I don't know, for 175, like what can you get for 175? Let's call it 180. What you can get for between like 150 and 180 collectible wise. Not release date, we'll do floor price. SR Thor? There's more SR Thors than there are Iron Mans. Wait, was Storm always this expensive? 150? I don't know, maybe Iron Man. I mean, it is very, very scarce. The only thing that I think, part of it I think that's holding back, it's Iron Man number what, 3 on the app. Wait, is there a dollar value next to this? Oh, gems per MCP. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little like icon here. Gems per MCP. So if you bought it, that's how many dollars you would spend per MCP point, I guess. That's kind of interesting. Whoops, I can zoom out. I mean, the secret rare Veve logo, white and blue. I don't know, if I had to buy something, like I'm more leaning towards the red and white logo, or like Thor secret rare. Maybe Elsa. It's a long time ago. Can you do a poll if people are going to use MCP for Blade? You love your polls, and I like them too. Let me see here. Oh, I gotta close this and like reopen it over here. All right, let's start a poll. But yes, no. I don't think anyone's going to do the third option, but well, I'm curious. Some people might. There, I just put up a poll. Are you using MCP drop on blade? Yes, no, or are you just straight up skipping the drop? Guess I could have made more options, but every time I do this, I have to... where did we leave off? I'm not gonna use any points. Pokemon Iron Man, long time ago. Yep, there's the poll. I'm drinking tea right now. I knew it. You tea drinkers. Opinion about Becky Cloonan Batman. What about it? I mean, if you love Batman and you're like going to buy the set, or you want to get a season 1 set, because I mean, I think people forget that that's the very first set ever, right? Release dates. Yeah, because Becky Cloonan is part of that very first set ever on Veve, so I mean, I like the collectible. I just think there's other things. It's one of those things where it's, if you're doing it because you want to get the very first set or a season 1 like Batman, then yeah, it's a good one if you can't afford Rizzo or Todd or anything like that. I will say the one thing that does make it pretty unique is that don't these still have the FE tag? These still have the FE tag, correct? First edition. That does make these very unique. I will say that. These are one of like the only actual collectibles that have first edition. So that does make it pretty unique. I mean, if you're doing it for that reason, like Joe Matt is cheaper. I don't know what you mean, Leonidas. If you're talking about aesthetically, I like it. But for 215 gems, there's just like, you can grab like 3 other FAs for that amount. Like you could probably get Joker, Wonder Woman, I don't know, Flash, if you care about the Flash one. It just depends what you're doing it for. Thinking about buying common Hulk collectibles, thoughts? I think it's a great idea. Not financial advice, of course, but I do think it's one of the most slept on FAs. And if we do get a lot of like very big Marvel fans, everyone likes Hulk. Would have been nice to get him while he was like below 50 for a long time, right? I think mint numbers on this are a little on the high side. It's still low, but 4,444. In my opinion, some slept on, and we brought this up before, some slept on like FA Marvel characters. I think Daredevil is one. There's actually very few of them because he actually got burned. Yeah, like Daredevil's going for 44 right now, and quite a few of them got burned. There's only 2,500 in circulation, so about 2/3 of what Hulk is. Although Hulk is much more popular than Daredevil. Thor, it's easy with like Thor or some of the other ones because there's so many versions of Thor. Like you could just pick up a common right now for $10. He was much cheaper before, but yeah, you can pick up some of these other FAs for much cheaper. Yeah, but I do like Hulk. Thanks for the Bubbles info. I'm a huge Powerpuff Girls fan, and I've been wanting Bubbles forever. But after hearing recent sales and how many people hold a ton of them, I'm gonna wait for low prices. Yeah, you could do that. Wives, what did you talk about? What did you think about that video of 2 minutes put out by Collectors Gone Digital? I don't think I've seen it yet. Collectors Gone Digital? I don't think I've seen that yet. Is it on YouTube or is it on X? I haven't seen it yet. Adrian Comics, greetings. CGD is the GOAT. Y'all should collab. CGD. Collectors Gone Digital. feel like I've heard of it before. Let me look it up over here really quick. Okay. You know, I might have watched one of his videos like a very long time ago. I'm not subbed to him or her. I'll subscribe. I'll check out their videos. I feel like there's a video I watched like a very long time ago. Here, I'll show you guys super quick. The collector's gone digital apparently. Interesting thumbnails. I like them. Okay, I did watch one video a long time ago. This was 3 months ago, so I don't really remember. Okay, I kind of remember this guy. Yeah, I watched some other, like 3 months ago. But other than that, I don't think I've watched, I've watched a few of his videos. But beyond that, yeah, I haven't watched any of his older stuff. Yeah, I'll check him out. And he has I did watch a few of his videos. He actually has like really good editing and content creation skills and stuff. I have been definitely lacking on that. Literally out of sheer boredom. Like I could make videos and make them all flashy and stuff. Maybe we'll collab. That'd be cool. Becky Batman is one of my favorites. Aesthetically, I do like the look of it. I just there has to be a particular reason why. I don't say there has to be a particular reason, unless you really like Becky Cloonan, like go for it. But if you're asking just for like, is that a good purchase? I know it's surrounded by much better collectibles. If you can't afford those, there's other stuff. FE tag does help a lot. I do admit that. That does make it unique. I mean, where do you see it? Where do you see it goes in price in a bull run? I wouldn't know. That's one thing I'm trying to do different this year is like not make any like bull price run predictions. Like nothing against like you guys or whatever, right? But it's like no one really knows. And especially since this is for a lot of people, there's their second bull run, they might be more hesitant to buy into stuff or not buy into it. So it's kind of hard to tell. Thoughts on Gold Mogul? Hoping they airdrop the animated version for holders. The Gold Mogul Grin, like the Mogul Grin. Let's put Mogul. The gold one, there it is. Getting up there in price. Definitely getting up there. I think there's gonna be something big with the Mogul Grin, because it's all part of Ron English's world, right? I forgot the name of it. If you guys remember the name of his world or his universe that he's making, it was called, I forgot the name of it. Yeah, I know what you guys are gonna know what I'm talking about here. I think there's gonna be some cool stuff in the Veveverse about this. So, I mean, if you do want exclusive access to like one of the artists like on Veve, like I think the Mogul Grin or at least getting the set would help. But thank you, Juju. Delusionville. Thank you. I don't get why the FA tag means anything for that Batman. So they, I'm sure you already know this new plan, but if you don't, probably about 1.5 years ago, Veve, before the first appearance of something was typically the very first set that came out. So like if there was a set of like, just take the Batmans, for example, like all those Batmans were all first appearance. And then all the Batmans that came after were all, I believe, first edition. If I remember correctly, right? Like, weren't they all first edition? But then we found out that like Todd was the very first one minted. So that's the one that everyone calls like FA. Or was Todd the only one that was FA and everything else was first edition? I'm trying to remember which way it was. I think Todd was FA and everything else was FE. And then they changed it to where, I don't remember. Long story short, they made some changes to the FA first appearance and first edition tag. First edition tags now are more towards like inanimate objects and not characters. So unless it's like an actual like named character, it'll just have the FA tag. But if it doesn't, then it'll just have the, if it is a person, then it's the first appearance tag. So it's one thing that they actually made an exception for that one. They said like, all right, going forward, this is how we're doing it. And instead of doing it for all collectibles, they only made like the first set Batman. Let me see if I can just pull it up here. For whatever reason, they kept this thing for the first set. Illusion Build, yeah. Blade just looks like PS2 Blade. Yeah, you know what? I was gonna say that. I was looking at the picture and I'm like, it just looks like it's not PlayStation 1 bad, but it's PlayStation 2. And I was looking at it and I'm like you look at his face and you can almost tell like when there's like wrinkles or when he's like upset, there's like no depth. You could tell there's just a line for like shading. It looks like a weird combination of like it's trying to be realistic but also like cell shading, and there's not like actual depth. Like I don't know. Yeah, but these collectibles, yeah, like is Blade on here yet? Yeah, that. All right, I'm gonna cover your eyes, guys. All right, I'm gonna click this. Or no, next step right here. Let's go. Looks very sunny where you're at, vibes. Yeah, it is actually. Adrian, maybe you mentioned this before, but what happened with the ranks? Drop the master. Vivi's already, thanks to the help of KGM Jan. He said it earlier, but Vivi knows it's a glitch or an error. They said they should have it fixed here in the next like day or so. So that's their plan. They're gonna try and fix it. So it's not like you actually got demoted or anything like that, as far as we know. Let's go. Vibes loving the shades. Yeah, I might have to keep them on. I put them on because Mr. Singh was telling me I need to put them on. So I was like, all right. Definitely PS2 Blade graphics. Yeah, it looks like a character of fighting game. Yeah, it looks like almost you're playing like Tekken Tag. This is who you selected. You know, it's not even console game. It's all right, let's try this one more time. It's like not loading. But I've said it before, regardless of how it looks, it's still going to be first appearance. So that could be part of the charm. You know, I know I remember like Hulk was one that people were not very happy with. Like when we got the first green Hulk, people were like, it doesn't look very good and whatever. But it's like, bro, at the end of the day, it's still Hulk. First appearance. Even if Wolverine looks terrible, I'm still going to buy it. I don't think this thing is going to cooperate with us. Maybe we'll try it again later. Right now, yeah. Could it look better? Sure. Maybe it's just a bad angle, but still getting the set. Not a bad decision. Size and SR great for MCP. Yeah. Yeah, you get a lot of points for this. I mean, I'm going for the drop. Gosh, it's in 4 days. I'm going for the drop, but I'm not going to bet an absurd amount of MCP points. So there's 909 editions of this. Interesting. So there's about 900. Prince, what up? Thanks for the stream. Maybe you need a Windows XP machine to load. Maybe you need a Windows XP machine to, yeah, we'll see. I'll use Windows 98, or is Windows XP older than that? Windows XP is pretty old. Windows XP started in 2001. Yeah, and then Windows 98 was obviously before that. So I need to use a Game Boy to load Blade properly, I guess, in the app. Blade secondary price after 24 hours. All right, let's try and find another collectible that's also FA and that's scarce. That's kind of tough. Can you guys think of any FA collectibles that are that low in scarcity? I could have sworn there was one somewhat recently like that. Remaining store amount, listings, release date, meta money. I think the web app and the app need a revamp for the next bull. I'm sure Dan did say in the interview when he logs onto the app, it looks very old. Maybe the team are beta testing a new app. I would love a new app. Well, first off, and I need to make a video about this because I think once a month I do want to make a video about things I like about Veve and things they can improve on. One thing is definitely the interface on the app. They definitely need to make that just like look better. But I think more importantly too is also just security on the app. Like if someone took my phone, you know, if someone just took my phone, there's no keypad code or anything like that to get into the Veve app. Like if someone really wanted to, they could just take my phone and sell all my stuff. They would have to know how Veve works and all that stuff, obviously. But if someone did know, right? They could floor collectibles and just sell everything. There's absolutely zero security if someone took my phone. I remember saying it as a joke with Dino. I remember where he was like going to Disneyland or whatever, like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, back in the bull run. So I think he had a Walt or whatever. Or maybe he like borrowed someone's Walt. I forgot what it was. But I was like, dude, it'd be crazy if you were taking a picture and you're doing the little AR thing with Walt or whatever, and someone runs by and just takes your phone and they just sell it, right? Like there's nothing they can do. In my opinion, I think you should have to put in a code or something, either when you initially log in or before you actually put in a listing. I mean, that's how a lot of crypto websites, like crypto exchanges, work, where it's like every single transaction you put in, like, hey, put in this code that you have in order to sell it. Would that slow down the market? Would that be annoying if you're trying to sell a lot of stuff? Yes, but I think it's worth the security. But yeah, the website, everything could use a lot of work. I'm not really a fan of this like very muted, weird charcoal gray in the background. Like it just does not look very visually appealing. So Ghost Rider, Green Lantern, RoboCap. I like RoboCap better. Robot, do RoboCop. How many are there of this guy? He's got 70 gems. 2,000 editions. I know some people were saying Green Lantern. Green Lantern was pretty low too. Green Lantern's actually another one. I might end up buying it somewhat soon. I know this is on the uptrend now, but I remember when he was going for like 24 gems, 22 gems. How many editions are there? I think this guy saw us 2,000. Yeah, he actually has more than RoboCop. And what's the other one? Ghost Rider. Yeah, there's not a lot. This might be one of the first like somewhat significant FAs that there's just like straight up less than 1,000 of. 1,200. This is actually a pretty good comparable. It's kind of tough because that's Danny Ketch and not Johnny Blaze. Like Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, I hope is FA, and I think it would do very, very well in the app. Blade, I'm not sure. Honestly, even a lot can change in the market or just the hype in the next 4.5 days. I feel like the editions are almost too low for it to be like under 100. There's a lot of speculation and stuff around him, and he hasn't appeared yet, so he could become popular. We'll see. I don't really have like a firm price prediction for him. But cool, we're all caught up with chat. I do want to see what's up and what's down right now. Super quick. Battlestar Galactica. This thing pumped a lot. The ship. Is that one word or is that two words? It is one word. Galactica, the BS-75. Wait, who's that at the top? I will say this, don't buy them. I'm just putting it up there because as of right now, if you want the ship, just buy it in the market. Unless they got burned, right? Remaining editions. No, there's still plenty in the market. Where is it? Oh, it's down here. Yeah, there's still 2,800 in the market. So don't buy it off me. Just buy it off the market. But I just listen to mine just in case someone does buy it or likes the mint number or something weird. But Uncanny X-Men #1 SR is like 100 more. Is like 100 more than Bubbles. I know which one I will be buying. Lol. Yeah, that is true. Easy sellout, and I'm saying 6K MCP to get it. Not financial advice. I said it before. Either I'll put no MCP points and just hope I win, and you know the what's it called? The I'm just part of the 60% that just won without using MCP. I might put in a little bit. I think like Hammond said, putting in 6K. But if I'm doing 6K, someone else is gonna do 7K, and then I'm gonna know they're gonna do 7K. Then I'm gonna do 8K or 7.5. It just looks so bad. Yeah, I think at first a lot of people are like, I don't want it because it looks bad, but then eventually it doesn't matter because it's first appearance, right? Or you can make him look better in the VV verse or whatever, right? But it's still first appearance. And I wouldn't be surprised if Blade had a similar, like, kind of like very niche or diehard community, similar to like Silver Surfer or some other, let's say, lesser known heroes or anti-heroes. Somebody said F.A. Dracula hand, cannot make that shit up. F.A. Dracula hand, hell yeah. That's what's up. What else is up right now? OG Devil Bunny Black. That was actually one of my very first I think that was like the first collectible I ever bought. Not the OG Devil Bunny Black, but the red. When I first went on Veve, the only things I bought from the start, I should say that's the first thing I bought in the market, because the first two things I bought were like golden moments, and I got lucky on the drop, so I just sold them. But the very first thing I bought when I was like, all right, I'm gonna start playing the flipping game, was like the OG Devil Bunny red. Incredible Hulk, Strange Tales, Powers of X. Avengers Annual, first appearance of Rogue, has gone up a bit. I think it's mostly just due to how few listings there are on the market. Yeah, there's 23. Bumped up to, wow, 8 gems at one point. Retraced back down to 3. Now it's back up to 5. I was actually kind of like soft stacking this comic for a little while. I do like this one a lot. Moon says, I'm saying 65 to 89 gems on the aftermarket. I could see that. I think 65 is maybe a little low. But it's pretty scarce. There's a lot of push and pull with this drop. It's not an insane superhero or character. He tends to just have like spurts of like being super popular for a short period of time and then it dying off. What else is up? Venom 35. Wow, Zombie Captain America going up a bit too. First appearance of Sabretooth. Alpha Flight. Yeah, people are definitely buying Alpha Flight just for the MCP points. Dude, the whole MCP point system is such a genius system by Veve. I mean, it's cool to like reward collectors and all that stuff too, but it's also like a really good way just to kind of just get really crappy collectibles and comics in the floors to move up a bit, or at least get some movement happening. Because people like, what are the cheapest points to get? And it's usually stuff like Alpha Flight and other random comics or collectibles. Green Goblin up a bit. Supergirl. Oh man, dude, I was gonna buy her recently. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, the last 24 hours, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, basically 10 purchases. Went from 18 to 30. I have a feeling she'll retrace though. Upcoming Dragon Girl drop that I found out. Really? Like another Dragon Girl one? It's actually another, I keep putting Dargan, but even with my misspelling, I found out what I wanted. My favorite one was probably the silver and black. I like the gold and pink too, but the silver and black, I did like this this Dragon Girl a lot. And this is like another like Veve OG collectible that if you have this, people are like, all right, you've been on Veve for a while, you know what's up. Wow, she's going for 23 not long ago. It was about a week ago. Yeah, there's quite a few purchases that happened in this range from the same person. Whoever this 08 D4 is bought 3 of them. I think he bought a few more. Man, it's been a while since I've thought about Dragon Girl. Good point. We need some more sci-fi collectibles. Would love to see Stargate, Farscape, Babylon 5, or some big sci-fi movies. 2001 Space Odyssey, Terminator maybe. Dude, Terminator would be awesome. If we could get... How much would the T-1000 go for, right? Or how much would just the normal Terminator... I forgot what that's called. The T-100, right? What's the name of like the actual Terminator that Arnold is? You guys remember what type of, I thought it was the T100 or whatever, like the classic looking Terminator, you know what I mean? It's the T1000. What's the one, what's the liquid guy? I thought he was the T1000. Yeah, he's the, yeah, the liquid guy's the T1000. But I'm talking about like, I thought they had like a certain designation. Sorry, I'm looking at this other. Had a, let me see what it's called. I think it's a T800. Yeah, it's called a T800. So clearly that's less than 1,000, so it's not as strong. Yeah, T800 Terminator. Yeah, T800 is the classic one. At least like the original. I feel like MCU will go all out for a Blade movie. They really should. They need to go all out for Blade and for Wolverine and Deadpool. I'll send the post you on Twitter. Yeah, I'll take a look at it here in a sec. Slider, more anime collectibles, please. One Piece, please. Yeah, I've not. I watched like the first few episodes of the live animation. I've seen a handful of episodes, mostly just memes of like One Piece and just how weird looking all the characters look. I definitely see the appeal of One Piece. I just do not care to start it because it's so long. It might be one of those things where it's like, okay, I'll probably watch like the first season or two and just understand all the memes and the stuff around it. And then like, okay, I don't need to watch the next 800 episodes to like be fully immersed in it. But I do agree. We do need more anime. We do need, me personally, I would like to see, you know, Death Note would be cool. I'm not sure how like kid friendly that is. There's a lot of good anime out there. Some of them just aren't kid friendly. Like I love Berserk. It's probably my favorite anime hands down, but it's like that is not kid appropriate like at all whatsoever. Of course, everyone's My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, Dragon Ball Z. Like you got to have those fan bases, right? I don't think it's some other one. There's some other popular ones too that I've watched and enjoyed. Like how many people do you think, what's his name? My Hero Academia, the guy with the knife and he can like paralyze you. And he had this like big cult following. I forgot his name. One of you guys are gonna know what I'm talking about. And like people like really like idolized him like in the show because he was killing heroes and stuff. If they dropped a collectible of that, you don't think people are gonna buy him? At least people that are into My Hero. All right, I'm gonna end the poll by the way. And according to the results, I think we had way more people say no. Most people are not. Most people are just not committing any MCP points. So, Tom, is that Year of the Dragon themed one he posted? Looks fire. Ooh, let's take a look here. Someone's like linking me some images and stuff. Did someone say it? Becky Batman? Elected by Becky Batman. Oh, that's kind of cool. But I guess this is it. Crazy looking dragon. Hello? I'm like, oh, that's taking a minute to load. Tokidoki. Happy Year of the Dragon. Yeah, I would not surprise me if we get a drop like that. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of drops from like Year of the Dragon, Southeast Asian stuff. Like I could totally see us getting a lot of those this year. Ah, you're right. Yeah, it's like T800. The T1000 is the liquid guy. So posted it on his Insta post recently. Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, that's cool. I think so. And like it looks more similar to the pink one, right? Keep putting Dargan, whatever. It looks more like this one than anything. Kind of like this pink one. Golden pink. I don't know if it's a Blade movie without Wesley Snipes is gonna be good. True. There's only one Blade, and that's Wesley Snipes. Yeah, but hopefully we do a bit more variety. I like Marvel and Disney, but would love a few other things. Yeah, I agree. I would love more variety, but I'm perfectly okay with like more Marvel and Disney stuff. I just want Berserk and Death Note. Yeah, both of those are, they're not the most like kid-friendly things, right? Yes, yeah, I agree. Dude, I would love to have Guts and Griffith and all the other characters. Is it, I keep thinking Caspa. No, it's not Caspa, it's not the crypto. Casca, that's her name. Plus the Dark Rider and all that stuff. I mean, we can only hope. Yes, we can only hope. Is it confirmed? Is it a confirmed drop? Almost looks like a digital one. It could be. No, that's not it. 5th photo. All right, let me go back. I was kind of like, yeah, that didn't really show us a whole lot. Wait, who's... Oh, thanks. Thank you, Yuri, for the retweet. We got the glasses on. So you said it was the 5th one. Duh, Dragon Ball Z. You gotta have Dragon Ball Z. My roommate is obsessed with Dragon Ball Z. 5th picture. Ah, okay. Interesting. That is really cool. Dude, it'd be so nice to get another Dragon Girl after not having one for 2 years. Like, it's coming up on like 2 years, isn't it? Wait, when did this one drop? Dragon Girl Pink. Like, when did I think these ones drop first? Collectible details. Wow, May 21st. 3 years. If we get up to May and this doesn't drop, it would have been like 3 years. So we're at like 2.5 years right now. Wow. Unless the other ones were first. Yes, no, that looks super cool. We'll look at it again. Yeah, that one looks really cool. I do admit that. Anyone in here from Veve? Oh, their Veve Antique Collection. New Veve drop tees. Yeah. I wonder if like the art style and everything like that looks similar to what we had before. That's so much cool Tokidoki stuff. When are we gonna get these little they've been on the app forever, but these like little girls in these like outfits and stuff, like this one's wearing a cactus head, but like there's one with like a donut ears that has been on the landing page, or like the, you know, the login screen on like the Veve app forever. You guys know which one I'm talking about, right? She's wearing like a donut like outfit and like 2 donut ears. I've seen her so many times. I'm like, when are we gonna get those Tokidokis? Like, that's been on the app for like forever, and we finally got that green dinosaur looking thing, right? That thing was on the cover forever. Forgot the name of it, so I'm gonna go through all the yeah, Kaiju. Yeah, like this Kaiju Collectibles was on the login screen for like 2.5, 3 years, and like we finally got it at the most recent New York Comic Con. So this Dragon Girl doesn't look too kid friendly, so Guts should be fine. Yeah, well, I mean, even though one's like a bit more like sexualized, Guts, you're just decapitating everything. Like, you can't be showing that. I think they should charge something like $100 MCP to... I think they should charge something like $100 MCP to 1,000 MCP to be able to participate in the drop. That's MCP dollars. I was gonna say like $100 MCP. What? You think they should like lower the barrier to entry for MCP points instead of putting at 5,000? They could. I think Veve said like they're still experimenting with like the numbers and how much people want to bid, because yeah, I'm not too sure. I think they do want to be able to like, I don't know. I'm okay with 5,000. It is high, but it's not so high that it's like completely unattainable. But I do think they should like lower the amount of MCP points for drops, especially if drops have like a ton of mint numbers. Maybe they could lower it so more people have the opportunity to like bid and secure a drop. I don't know. Even if you do even more research, he posted the exact same art of that back in December. That's the only post Veve official likes. Definitely coming. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, maybe I do really like the Dragon Girls. I remember there were some collectibles I flipped a lot back in the day. Dragon Girl was one of them back in late 2021, early 2022. Like mostly mid to like mostly late 2021. I did flip Dragon Girl a lot. Like these ones, and then also the was it Bulldog hoverboard? The Back to the Future one. Like those two, Joker, I flipped. There's like a dozen collectibles that I constantly just bought and sold and flipped a lot because I knew they were popular. If I just did hoverboard, yeah, Pitbull, not Bulldog, Pitbull. Yeah, Pitbull hoverboard. I flipped this a lot as well back in the day. All right, we're all caught up with chat. Let's take a look at what's down. We already looked at what's pumped. We'll take another look over in case something changed. Oh, look at that. The Necronomicon's up a ton. This Uncanny X-Men #4 with Scarlet Witch on the cover. That's a good cover. I bought one of those a while ago. Logo Grin. Oh wow, some of the Hellfire Gala stuff moved up. I think that's it. Wait, Jubilee's pumped, but she's only 15? Yeah, maybe there was like a listing or two at 12. I don't know, I mean, she was basically below retail. That's kind of crazy. She's the ultra rare. All right, let's see what's down. Most of the stuff down right now is like everything's pumping and then it goes down a day or two later, right? Most of the time it's just whales where people are like, all right, before this collectible runs away, I'm gonna buy it now. And usually they buy the floor, the first 1 to 3, and then the price just goes insane. What site is that? This site is called Stacker. STACKR. It's Stacker World. Yeah, it's called Stacker World. You do have to like sign up for it. It's in like beta, I believe. Whoops. And so you do have to like sign up for it. There's like a wait list. It's not that bad. It's actually super easy to sign in and like create your account. It detects all your collectibles through like API system. How it works is like you log in, or like you create an account, or at least you attempt to get on. And usually there's like a wait list, but if not, you get in right away. Awesome. And it'll ask you, and like to verify your account and all that stuff, it'll ask you to list a collectible for like a very specific number, like 7,842,000, whatever. Like they're like, list any collectible for that very specific amount. And then when you do, that's how you like connect your account to the website. So you don't need to like give them your username or password or anything like that for Veve. There's no, all they're doing is looking at your transactions. Like they don't have actual access to your account. You don't need to like log in. So once they found out who you are and what you listed it for, they can find through the API like, okay, that's your wallet address. They just track everything at that point. The new Dragon Girl is not kid friendly unless we're considering the feelings of Puritans. Link? Yeah, here, I'll just do this. If it'll let me, it should let me do a link. It says collections.vv. I think if you just go to that website, it'll take you there regardless. Vibes. Good afternoon, brother. Yeah, good afternoon. Is it afternoon for you guys in Hawaii? I don't think so, right? It's probably like 11 or almost afternoon for you guys. Trying to get an R2 golden moment, but it keeps getting out of my reach. I got 350 to spend and it's just gone to 400 plus. Let's take a look at it really quick. R2D2 is, I mean, the general consensus is it is like the number 2, if not top 3 golden moments on the app. So it is kind of tough. I mean, Dr. Prophet has 207 of them. Yeah, that's tough. Dang. Beginning of the month, it was below 250. Now it's up to 440. I don't think you chase it. I think you be patient. I know there's a lot of activity and like stuff going on in the app, but I think if you're patient, it could pull back. Not financial advice, but I don't know. There's still a lot of mint numbers. There's over 8,000 of these. I think there's like 8,000 in circulation, something like that. It's one of those things where like, will it go back to 225 again? Probably not. I think if it gets down to like below 350 or like around 300 and you can afford it, maybe that's the time to kind of like pull the trigger. We'll see. Hey, Vibe's looking like Cyclops. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should put the little... No, the Scott Summers. No, I'm too good looking for him. I think what I'll end up probably doing for New Year's is I'll probably end up dressing up like... I usually do like a bald character of some kind. A couple years ago, I did do Heisenberg from Breaking Bad. I had like the yellow jumpsuit and everything. I had like a gas mask, and I had like a Ziploc bag full of blue Pop Rocks, and I was like giving them to people. So that was kind of fun. Another year, I tried to dress up like Bane, but like the outfit didn't come in time, so I just abandoned the whole idea. And plus the outfit that showed up was like not very good. I was almost gonna dress up as One Punch Man this last year, but I just opted out. Like I was like, a lot of my friends are gonna be out of town and there's no like fun events going on. This year I might do Master Roshi. We'll see. You know, the Pip, Master Roshi. Omi holders feeling good? Yeah. Omi holders are feeling great right now. Got it. Cheers, bro. Yes, sir. What do you think of the Luke SR? Oh my God, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah. There's a lot of them out there, right? B Professor X cosplaying as Captain Picard, who's actually Bane, and then who's I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other like bald characters. Dr. Evil, Lex Luthor, Walter White, Charles Xavier, Homer Simpson, Popeye, Krillin. Dude, I'll dress up as Krillin. Aang, just put a giant arrow on my forehead. Stewie Griffin, Tommy Pickles from Little Rugrats. Okay, Kratos. Dude, someone actually said I do have like the Kratos like look going on. If I grow this out a bit more, get like chalk all over me. Boy, you could pull up Walter White easy. I do. Do I have a picture? It might be on my let's see if I can find it. I think it's on my Snapchat, but let me see. Ooh. Where is it? Yeah, I can't find it. I spent hardly any time on Snapchat, but I'm trying to find pictures from like way too long ago. All right, I'm gonna look in one other place, and then if not, we'll get back to chat. Krillin, Piccolo, 6 foot Krillin, dude. I'm just future Krillin. I have not watched Dragon Ball Z. Like I might watch it, start watching it with like my roommate. Maybe there's like an abridged version or something like that, but like I've watched a lot of YouTube videos like giving the overarching like story of like the different sagas and like the different story arcs. They all just sound insane, and it sounds like every bad guy is so narcissistic or just like self-absorbed, where they're like, they'll power up and wait for the good guys to power up, and they're like, I'm stronger than you, I just want to just have, you know, like, I don't know, it's so weird. But although what's his face, Frieza seemed pretty intense. Yeah, I can't find it, so forget it. Kalu with a beard, Agent 47. Who is that again? You guys think I look like this guy? This is who you guys think I look like. This is what you guys want me to be for Halloween. This is what you guys want me to be for Halloween. I'll wear the blue hat, the gold visor. Always look like distraught, just crying. Sure, why not? Confirmed. Happening on Veve. Some point 2024. Jimbo Lelingo, what's up? Drax, yeah, Drax the Destroyer. Luke SR 444 sold for floor today. Whoa. May the 4th? Don't they know about May the 4th? We'll look at SR Luke. Fun on the Sun did ask me about Luke. I like it. I legitimately think Luke is a grail. I don't think people have realized it yet, but Luke is a grail. It's staying pretty well in this channel between like 1,000 and I don't know, probably 1,300. It went a little bit below 800 like some time back, but I'm not sure if it's going to go back to those levels again. It could. I think things will pull back a bit. Right now, people are in a hype and oh my god, Omi's up, this is happening, ETF, Bitcoin having all that stuff, and like it could run up a bit more, or it could pull back here in the next month. So, Triclops, dude, you guys are making me look up all these like characters. I do not know who they are. Deckard Shot, Deckard Cain. If you guys know who Deckard Cain is, say it in chat. I'd be impressed. If you guys are true gamers, you guys will know who Deckard Cain is. Triclops. Who is that? No way I'm looking up the right thing. All right, that's probably not true. Whatever. Bitcoin having so close. Hope Veve opens the floodgates from crypto. Sounds like they will be. It'd be nice. Just one more exchange. If Veve's pumping like this with just the exchanges they have, there could be more exchanges for sure. Watch Dragon Ball first, dude. Master Roshi is a significant character when Goku was a kid. I know, I've heard. I know he plays like a pivotal role in a lot of that stuff. I mean, Clue the Gangster. No. There's no way. You're making me look this up too. Oh. Okay. I feel a little bit better about this. Okay, I feel a little bit better now. So is this what you're gonna look like? All right, there. I can get behind this. This is a bit much though. One ton man knows what's up. Deckard Cain from Diablo, yes sir. Stay a while and listen. Arbear, hey Veve fam, what's up? We're looking at the market and making memes about me apparently. I dig it. Just letting you guys have fun. You guys know I take nothing seriously. Return of the Jedi poster. I do want this poster because this one was done by Nicoletta Baldari. I really like her artwork. This is going for, ooh, this one's down a bit. Someone list one for cheap. I have a feeling one of you guys are gonna buy this. Return of the Jedi. I'm not gonna go for it, but we'll see. No, I think someone just accidentally listed one for way too cheap and it just kind of captured that. I was gonna say, I'm like, if there's one at 12 right now, it's gonna get bought on stream. I do like this this Star Wars poster a lot. I do like this one a lot. Blue Gangster on YouTube, he does a dance and stupid. Okay, I don't know who that is. Be Grogu and sit in a baby carriage the whole time. Of course, that's Nicoletta. Yes. Yeah, I'm like, dude, if there's one for 12 right now, I might buy it if you guys don't beat me to it. Triclops is Tien from Dragon Ball. I do know about Tien. I do know about some of the characters. It's just like they all seem like related, and then there's like Vegeta, and then there's like Trunks, there's Gohan, Goku, and then Goten, and then they have a, you know, then there's like this alien that has like a kid with like Gohan, and then like he's gonna take over the world, and then but Vegeta has a kid but from the future, and he comes back in time. It's so just all over the place. I don't know. I definitely see the appeal. I always thought Brawly was pretty cool. I'm trying to think of some other cool ones. What up, G's and what up, G's and GG's? G's? I don't know what you mean by that. They got they did Gohan dirty. Not gonna lie, it still bothers me. Yeah, I don't know the context. G girls, that's what I figured. Guys and girls. Okay, I think that's what you mean. How many bald characters are in Dragon Ball Z? It seems like a lot. Yeah, there's probably a lot. Dude, if I did dress up in like the Saiyan armor and the Scouter, isn't there like a bald Saiyan guy? Or maybe he's not a Saiyan, maybe he's like an assassin. Part of being a Saiyan is you have like black hair, right? Gohan is focused on his career when the world is being threatened. I mean, so he's selfish. Is that what you're trying to say? He's just trying to enjoy life, and life is falling apart. What are we gonna look at? Oh, this. Yeah. What else is on the list? What else is down a lot? I've been kind of keeping my eye on this Cloak and Dagger comic. Garona is down quite a bit too. Yeah, a lot of the stuff I'm looking at, it pumped the last day or so. Batgirl's like another just like small FA. If you're trying to like collect FAs, I mean, she was going for much cheaper before, but there's still a lot of still pretty popular FAs that are available. Joe vibes Rogan or Andrew vibes Tate? Andrew vibes, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of bald people or characters. I dig it. I didn't choose this life. This life chose me. So Nappa, yeah, that's the one. Nappa is bald and he's a Saiyan. Okay. What's up, Husky boy? So I knew if I talk about Dragon Ball or some anime, all you weebs will come out of the woodwork. Actually, I'm just I'm just kidding. Nappa, yeah, see, you guys know what's up. Dude, I would totally be Nappa. I don't care. I think he's a pretty big guy. I'm decently big. If I wore like the Saiyan armor and wore the scouter, little scouter thingy, that'd be pretty sick. Maybe I'll buy a scouter and I'll wear it. If they announce Dragon Ball Z, I'll wear a scouter and pretend to like be Nappa. I wouldn't get like the full outfit, but I would definitely buy like a scouter on Amazon. You know, I wonder if Amazon has like a scouter thingy that you can buy. I doubt it. Of course, I type in scouter and the very first thing says Dragon Ball Z, then everything else is like something different. Dude, you can get a little scouter thingy overnighted to you if you really wanted one. Some look better than others, but yeah, like Amazon knows that there's people out there ordering physical scouters and they need it overnighted. How does a Saiyan turn Super Saiyan if bald? I don't know, they grow hair. Dang, I've been waiting for that Star Wars poster by Nicola Barton to get under 20. So many things still want to get. That's how I feel too, Slider. There's just so many good things I still want to get that are relatively cheap. Right now I'm waiting for stuff to pull back because everything I wanted is pumped, like Joker. My plan was to buy Joker when he was below 50. Not, sorry, 50, but below 60. Now he's pumped up to like 84. There was a very brief period in time, I believe he was below 60. I could have sworn. Maybe not. Yeah, I mean, 63 is pretty darn low for a first appearance of one of the best fictional villains to ever exist. What will happen to the price of Omi when Coinbase announcement of Omi buying or selling them? That's massive. Like even my friends that are like kind of getting into crypto, they all have Coinbase accounts because it's like the normie platform that most people start with when they're trying to buy crypto, right? So now I can officially say you guys can just jump on Coinbase and buy Omi. So I do think that would move Omi a lot, in my opinion. What else is down? I'm not seeing much else that is interesting. First appearance Gambit. Man, I wish this Gambit had less mints. There's 20,000 mints at this Gambit comic. I was going for 2 gems at one point. Maybe that was just for a single day. Todd down today? Yeah, let's take a look. White Rabbit. A lot of stuff is pulling back. In my opinion, when you see the Grail start pulling back, that means all the other purchases, kind of like what you're asking earlier, like the Nicoletta Baldari comics and some other stuff, or not comics, but like posters. If the Grails are pulling back, then that, in my opinion, or what I think is going to happen, is the other stuff is going to pull back too. Like all the other comics and collectibles that pump, like Luke Skywalker and this and that. Like once those pump, if the Grails start pulling back, I think those are going to fall back too in short order. It's not like if the Grails keep going, then I think everything will like kind of keep following suit. But once the Grails start pulling back, I think the others start doing the same. You think we will get a Shrek collectible? It is DreamWorks, isn't it? Isn't DreamWorks Shrek? So we could technically. Shrek, Donkey, Fiona. Like a before and after Fiona, then like the dragon, Lord Farquaad. Like, yeah, there's a lot of characters we could get from Shrek. I think that's kind of like the main ones, right? I'm not sure what other ones. I only watched like the first 2 Shrek movies. After that, I stopped watching. I know there's like Shrek 3 and then some other ones, but not really. So, what coins or NFTs investments are you looking at? Right now it's mostly Veve and mostly various crypto coins. I've been talking with a few people that are kind of helping me get out of just like Solana, ETH, whatever. And it's like, okay, there's other stuff like Immutable X, SEI. There's some other like smaller cap ones too. I haven't really like pulled the trigger on any like the super small cap stuff, but I might throw like 50 to 100 bucks on certain ones. I haven't really decided yet. I was probably going to do it like today or sometime this week, just because there's a lot of stuff moving. We could talk about other coins than Omi, right? Yeah, we could talk about other stuff. I'm just not nearly as knowledgeable as other stuff. I'm just letting you know right now. Like if you brought up like a random coin, like I'm not going to be able to like pull up a chart, like do an analysis of any kind like that. Like Omi's like, not Omi, but like just crypto in general is like pretty new to me. So I want Initial D cars in the app. Initial D would be awesome. I really wish I could play like some, I do really like I like a lot of music, but it's all copyrighted. Like I wish I could kind of play like music I enjoy on stream with you guys, but like it just gets copyrighted and I get like multiple strikes and it's just annoying. So is there anything else going on? Let me see here. Yeah, a lot of people are still posting about their master collector points going down. Interesting. I actually kind of like this. Let me pull this up really quick. It's a speculation post. Even though I think Veve already said, again, thanks Gary for that. This is kind of interesting post from Boodle, and actually I like a lot of Boodle's takes, and he also, I'm gonna check his account really quick to see if he still has that comic tier list. Speculation post: what if bot accounts, dormant accounts were all deleted today on Veve? Our MCP ranks are percentage based on Veve, so let's say a very large number of accounts were deleted for these 2 reasons named above. That will then have the most effect on our MCP point brackets. That's very true. I'm just mostly throwing BS out there because I don't even believe it. However, it's food for thought when it comes. Talking about the great bot war time period will eventually fade away. If they made their money and walked away from Veve, from the Veve project, here's the screen grab for the Veve terms of service in regards to account being dormant. It takes a total of 30 months for it to be removed. We are getting up to like the 2.5 year mark for a lot of, I don't think we're at a lot of bots started coming in, I think the latter half of 2021. So we're not at that point, but we are kind of at that point. Your account will be classified as dormant if it has been inactive for an uninterrupted period of 24 months. In case your account becoming dormant, Veve will notify you by email at least twice that your account is dormant. If you do not respond or resume your account activity within 6 months from the day we first notify you, your account will be dormant. Your account will be closed. And I'm sure Veve will find a way, like if you contact them, they could like reopen it or something like that. But like if you're just on travel or you're just on like a mission or just something random where you just cannot access your Veve account at all whatsoever. I'm sure they'll make an exception or whatever, but I don't know. Very real possibility that it starts happening soon. But didn't Veve already announce that like this is just a glitch or an error and they're gonna fix it? Fast and Furious cars, I would definitely get 1 or 2 of those. I think I've watched the first Fast and the Furious like 15 years ago and didn't really care for it. But I could definitely see the appeal, and the Fast and Furious cars are really cool looking. Do you think posters are going to do good in the future? I think everything's going to do relatively well. I think it depends on the posters, right? I think some posters will do better than others, but I think posters will do fine. Tucson, what's up? Shane Keepness, I got a Rizzo last night. Congrats, dude. That's huge. Yeah, Rizzo's a very good one. Rizzo's like for the OGs. It's too much for my blood, but congrats on the Rizzo grab. Do you have the whole set, Shane, or are you still or you just needed or you just wanted to buy a Rizzo? Do we think Veve colored logos are going to get utility? Wouldn't surprise me if there was like another drop. That's one thing I think Veve should do, is just give like priority drop for people that already own sets. And if any company can do that, it's Veve. You know, they can't twist Disney or Marvel's arm like, hey, you should like, if people have finished sets, like if people have R2D2 and C3PO golden moments, they should have priority bidding, or you know, they should get an airdrop for this next collectible or drop or whatever, right? But Veve can do it for their own collectibles, so it wouldn't surprise me if there was an airdrop or some sort of utility for it. Mostly as like a one-time thing. I don't know if I have like reoccurring utility, but I wouldn't mind if certain Veve collectibles or, you know, Veve license like their own stuff, they occasionally gave like utility for it. Not nearly to the level or degree of like gold and silver logos. Like those should still be the best, but I need to see Venom and Carnage collectibles. I agree. Honestly, if Veve doesn't do anything like next month, I'm probably gonna like put out a tweet, be like, what's going on with this? You guys told us about these like Venom and Carnage like collectibles and symbiotes and all this stuff. Like, it's been 2 months since the X-Men drop. It hasn't been 2 months yet, because the X-Men drop was the most recent one, right? When did that happen? I'll do Beast. Beast was part of that drop. I think it's still like, is it late January this happened? Let me see. I just got a Rizzo. We'll get everything else eventually. Yeah, Rizzo is, that's a good call. Like, I would do it similarly how you did. If I was trying to complete a set, can't go wrong buying the most expensive thing first, especially like just before a bull run, and then you'll have more time to get everything else. Like Rizzo's probably going to run the hardest, so that's probably a good move right there, Shane. I like it. Rizzo, nice. Yes, sir. Why is the Avenging Spider-Man 9 UR and SR up so crazy? We'll take a look at that in a second. I think I have an idea why those are up so much, but we'll see. Gifted, okay, whatever. That's not what we're here for. This dropped January 24th. So this dropped about a month ago. And I think the drop before that was about a month ago too. So January 24th, and then Scarlet Witch. None of these have sold out. December 24th. We could get something soon. So December 24th was Scarlet Witch and stuff, and then January 24th was the X-Men stuff, and then what's today? We could get either symbiotes or the other Marvel Mighty drops here in like a week or so, because today's the 19th, so in about a week, or maybe just before that, we could get symbiote stuff. If they don't, if this goes for another month and we still don't get anything symbiote or whatever related, I'll be like, all right, where are we at with this? Because it seemed like you guys were doing a drop a month, and then it's been 2 months, so no announcements, but I'll kind of cross that bridge when we get there. Trying to complete the Spidey FA set currently. Got the SR, still need to get the rest. Hell yeah, dude. Congrats. Plenty of time. A little bit more time than you think. I think we do have a bit more time. Jeez, you can't even type in. Can I just do Peter Parker? What if I just do Parker? Nope. Still just got to do Spider-Man. That's another kind of annoying thing. That's, I don't know how they would fix it, but if you type in Spider-Man, there's 25 collectibles. Luckily, Yeah, I don't remember the name. Spider-Man hanging out. But you got the SR. That's awesome. And an action, yeah. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Why is that Avenging Spider-Man 9? Avenging Spider-Man. Do you mean Avenging Spider-Man? Or Amazing Spider-Man? There's not an Avenging Spider-Man, is there? Avenging Spider-Man 9. Okay, there is, I guess. That UR and S are up so crazy. Just thin floors. I mean, it's been this price. It's been, I don't know what happened here, but there's only 4 on the market, or 5 on the market. You just have to go through so many tabs. I need to clean up these tabs a bit. I'm gonna close this, and then we should be good. Avenging Spider-Man number 9. Yeah, there's 2 on the market, 5 here. The floors are just so thin that, like, yeah, there's 2 on the market. That's why. At $400, yeah, there's just so few on the market. I want to pay attention to it. And it's not even a significant comic, is it? I think it's the first appearance of Carol Danvers, right? First appearance of Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel. Yeah, I don't. Shouldn't be that much. Just thin floors. See if anything has changed with the what's up right now. Doesn't look like it. Swamp Thing up a little bit. Never really thought about Swamp Thing. How many mints does this guy have? I forgot. This one has 1,000. You know what? This is probably, remember earlier we were asking like what's an FA that has like 1,000 mints? I think Swamp Thing is the most accurate, or it's probably the closest thing. There's only 1,078 in circulation. I don't know what's probably more popular, Swamp Thing or Blade. You know what, hot take, I'm not a big fan of collectibles with a platform or like a base like these have. Like I found most of the time in AR, usually people crop it out or they angle it in a way where it doesn't show it. Like for Juggernaut, there's like this massive Professor X thing in this huge platform. I love the rocks flying. I love the look. I love the size and everything. But I'm not a huge fan of like what he's hitting. It's whatever. I get it's like he kind of like messed up the school early on, like in one of his early appearances. And then same thing with Rambo. Not a huge fan that it's like on a base like this with like, because you can't put this anywhere. And then same thing with Swamp Thing. Hopefully you can kind of like take the base off or whatever, but I would have kind of preferred there was no base and you can place it anywhere and not have it look strange or like out of place. Because if I put this, I don't know, somewhere where there's not something like that there, it looks weird. Been stacking Luke, Star Wars rare animated. That's a good call. We were talking about that one the other day. We were kind of looking up collectibles the other day of like, hey, instead of gambling 70 gems and just hope you land the SR for the Lambo drop, why not just secure a good collectible for the same price? Actually less. You spend 10 less gems and you just secure arguably a grail, right? I got a Swamp Thing today for 32. Nice. That's probably its all-time low. Wouldn't surprise me. This actually does I actually really like my NFT tracker for looking at things like all-time lows. It just tends to do it a bit better. Yeah, 29 gems was all-time low. Yeah, you got it for basically at its lowest point. Yeah, 30. Well, this is same thing. Same, not a fan either. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the bases. You know, same thing with Blade, right? Actually, nice. Now we're talking about it with Blade. It's like he's, you know, standing on this coffin thing, which looks cool with a hand coming out, but unless you want this exact pose, I don't know. Don't forget Kang 2, 1190 editions. Marvel keeping him an MCP. Keeping an MCP announced. Marvel keeping him an MCP announced. Yeah, I just don't. I mean, technically, there's 2 Kangs, right? So it's really you add the edition numbers together if we're looking at FAs. I'm talking about like a solo drop around 1,000, because there's technically 2 Kangs. It's like Kang 1 is for your everyday Marvel normie collector, and then like, all right, now if you're serious, if you want to complete sets, or if you really love Kang, then you get the ultra rare. But I see what you mean. Yeah, like 60, and that's what that's probably what's going to happen for a lot of collectibles like Thor, like Kang, where it's like you don't need to buy the SR to have the FA. You just buy a common, or you buy the cheapest version, and you could still technically say I have the FA. There's actually some 3 digits kind of close to the floor if you guys care about 3-digit stuff. Blade for sure. I would say Blade too. The base cheapens it in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the base. If they sold bases separately, like that would be a cool thing for utility or whatever. Like if they sold the bases separately, I would kind of rather have that. I'm sure they're gonna come out with that with like Omi Utility or the MCP store or whatever, and you can like buy stuff. Like I would like to have like a base with grass, another base with like concrete that's smashed, another base with like rocks, another base with snow. Like it'd be kind of cool to have different bases, so that way you could do whatever you want with it. Blade is more millennial and Swamp Thing is more boomer. That is extremely accurate, 1-on-1. No wonder some people like Swamp Thing more than Blade, right? Patience is paying off for all of us who never left, right? Crazy Dan. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of people kind of come out of the woodwork, and I welcome them. I'm not gonna be upset with people that like waited the 2 years and then came back to Veve after not seeing them for a long time. Like, I don't blame them. Glider says, I think they are close in popularity, but Swamp Thing might be a bit more popular because of history of the character, but Blade does have a movie coming out soon. That is true. If you asked, I don't know, I'm like, if you ask a random person on the street, do you know who Swamp Thing is and like who Blade is? I feel like people could make like an educated guess with what Swamp Thing is, but Blade, they're like, wait, Blade? Like, I don't know who that is. I don't know. Just ask like a random normie off the street who, you know, which one do you like more, Blade or Swamp Thing? You're like, wait, who are those? But like, I don't know, you have to guess. We'll see. Mangold making Swamp Thing movie. Okay. Swamp Thing is animated also. I don't know how much Swamp Thing matters. Arbor, thanks for the sub. I did not know I had like sub alerts on my stream. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Appreciate it. Swamp Thing has had successful movies and TV shows. Okay. I bought my SR Luke Skywalker around 700. Can't wait to see how well it goes in the future, dude. You're timing the market quite well. Just saying Grogu will be a Grail. We'll see. I do think it matters on mint numbers. But yeah, he is extremely popular. I do think he'll do very well. Will he do better than Luke? I don't know. That depends on mint numbers. I doubt it, but I really hope they make Grogu just a solo set, or at the very least make 2 versions of him, kind of like Kang, right? But just don't call it Kang 1, Kang 2. And that's actually another bit of feedback I think Veve needs to do, is like clean up some of the, like, why is this called Kang 1, Kang 2? And like Luke Skywalker, like you type in, what am I doing? You type in Luke, and like they don't even go, it doesn't say like Luke Skywalker. This one says Luke Skywalker Jedi, but this one just has like a quote. You'll find that I'm full of surprises. And then this one, I'm a Jedi like my father before me. It seems like there's no consistency with naming some of the collectibles. Like some is a sentence, some it looks like Like the Luke Skywalker one, I'll just do Skywalker. Like this one says Luke Skywalker colon Jedi. It's almost like, okay, this is part of the Luke Skywalker like series, but then all of a sudden this is just a sentence or like a quote from the movie. There's a few others I can't think of off the top of my head where there's just like zero consistency with the way things are named, and sometimes I'm struggling with a name or like, oh, I know the character name but I forgot what it's called. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but there's a few other collectibles where like you have to type in the quote or like the description or something weird instead of like the actual name of the collectible. There's got to be a few others. Like I don't think Boba Fett has that issue. This one kind of does. Ready for action, on guard, I have you in my sights. If you type in Boba Fett, luckily it still shows Boba Fett, but I don't know. I kind of is it just the Star Wars stuff? What's the other one? What about Obi-Wan? No, Obi-Wan's just called Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Reva. How's Reva doing? That's my question. 54. Is she above retail? No, these were going for 60. Yeah, she's below retail. I know all of you guys have a fat stack of Revas. I know all of you guys do. For some reason, every time they make a Swamp Thing series or movies, it kind of works. I haven't seen any, but it wouldn't surprise me if some people really like it. One version Grogu, one version Mando, ripped to my MCP. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Or Mando Grogu battle statue? Them fighting each other? Never even noticed that. They just named it a sentence. Yeah. They need to clean up the brand selection as well. Yeah, that needs to get cleaned up. And then even the T-Rex. T-Rex. Yeah. T-Rex animated 1. I know you guys can't really see this. T-Rex animated 2. What if I zoom in or out? That's neither one helps. Okay. You guys see this, right? T-Rex animated 2, T-Rex animated 1, but this one's called Attack Ready. This one's called the Ultimate Apex Predator. I just don't get it. And then even I don't know, there's a few others. I know you guys which ones I'm talking about, but it's just the naming is just a little weird. It's not like a make or break it for me, but partner statue Grogu and Mando. We talked about that. Just have Mando holding baby Grogu's hand, just like the exact same stance and everything as Walt Mickey. Why not? Watch the Rancor will be interactive with Mando and Grogu. Ooh, I do like that. Rancor is actually a good call. I have not looked at that in a while. Still in the store. Going for 72 jimmies. How much is this going for? 60? Hey, if you're gonna get a Rancor like right now and you don't want to wait, you might as well just buy from the store because they're above it's above store price right now, unless you have like a specific mint number in mind. Oh man, dude, this Rancor was going for 25 2 months ago. Man, now was the time to buy it. Now it's way up. Man, people were stacking Rancors all December. I would let this one cool off. I wouldn't. It's still in the store. I would let it cool off. I wouldn't make a hard move right now. Transformers would be badass, especially animated versions. Yeah, that would be cool. I never really watched a lot of Transformers. Beast Wars was my thing growing up. I watched Beast Wars. I don't know why, but I watched like or played a lot of like bootleg versions. Not bootleg, but the lesser known versions. Like instead of playing or instead of watching Transformers, I watched Beast Wars. And then instead of playing like Final Fantasy VII, which everyone played with, there was this other game. I think it was made in Hawaii. It was called like Legend of Legaia or something like that. It's like a PlayStation 1 game and very similar combat like mechanics and all that kind of stuff. But people are like, oh, did you ever play Final Fantasy? I'm like, no, I played this game. It was similar, but different. I got a 3-digit Rancor for 25. That is insane. Congrats, Jeff. That is awesome. I think Grogu has huge potential for the future. My daughter loves him, and so does a lot of her friends. Yeah, I'm like, Grogu's gonna be, it appeals both to girls and boys. That's the awesome thing about, you know, baby Grogu, right? Everyone wants baby Grogu. Grogu would be a grail, especially, dude. How much would Grogu be if they did 1,000 editions, 40 gems, secret rare Grogu? That would be nuts. Have a look at stacked sets and how Veve should display sets. Have a look at stacked or staked sets. That's how Veve should display sets. What do you mean? Like in the Veve verse, or like on like your profile page? Like if you stake a set, you can like show off the set? Is that what you mean? Most of the sets I have are usually like one of ones, so they're pretty easy to beat, like Battle Statue, Silver Surfer, Soulstone, all the Hulks that I still have, Astro Boy. Like most of my sets are like one of ones. But is this what you mean, or I could be wrong, Meta Money? Stake sets. That's how Veve should display sets. I could be completely off. Beast Wars is a knockoff. I remember them. It is a knockoff, but it was great. Cheetor. Legend of Legaia is a cult classic. Yeah, see? He knows what's up. Bruh, Grogu is huge. Huge. Stacker. That's what I thought you meant. So sets. All seasons. Sets. And you wanted to look at what? Have a look at staked sets. And how Veve should display sets. They really need, that's another thing too. They really need to clean up all these like one of one posters and stuff. All sets. Season, how do I get rid of? Dude, just completed? Is that it? I don't know. This does look pretty cool. I mean, it looks similar to what I got already on Veve. You have to correct me, Meta Money. I'm not sure where you're, you know. We are kind of staking our stuff because we get MCP. Yeah, that's kind of, you know, I'm kind of keeping sets just because the MCP points, really. By the way, you can look up the next Mighty's drop. Interested which Mighty's coming soon. By the way, you can look up the next Mighty's drops. Interested which Mighty's coming soon. I think it's going to be... where is it? I'll do Beast again. It's going to take us back. It's going to take us to that... Where is it? Where's the link to like the drop information? Blind box, or I have to go to this page, I guess. Read more on the blog. Sorry. I mean, according to this, we got Avengers, we got X-Men. It's either going to be Avengers Part 2 or X-Men Villains. I think it's going to be Avengers Part 2. I don't know what we would get in that one, though. Like, I don't know what Part 2 Avengers involves. I mean, Part 1 Avengers was this drop, which I might need to circle back around and grab characters like Scarlet Witch, War Machine, Vision, Nick Fury. I don't know about Winter Soldier, but Nick Fury. Winter Soldier might just be a bit too much. But these are still all first appearances, technically. Not Falcon. Was this Falcon's first appearance? No, it's not. He was in that earlier Marvel Mighty series. But I'm kind of waiting for after the crafting because I do feel like I think when they finally release the symbiotes, these will go up in price a lot. But the second they craft these to be venomized or whatever, which you burn the symbiote to get a venomized version of Scarlet Witch. So you still have your original Scarlet Witch. I do think a lot of people are going to dump Scarlet Witch after they do that crafting mechanic, because arguably the utility's already been used up. So I might as well just sell it and get as much money back as I can or whatever. So that's going to be my plan for buying Scarlet Witch, Beast, some of the other ones as well. Oh, stake sets should go in a museum for people to view. Yeah, however that you want to present them. I mean, I feel like if you have a set, you could just present it however you want. After tomorrow, we are nearly all out of comic girls except Hulk 180 and 181. And then Captain America, but it sounds like we're not going to get that one, right? I don't know. Are there any more like comic grails? Grails? Probably not. But if we're just talking like very high tier. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not many left. DC still has a lot left because I mean they started a bit later, but they also just have a lot of characters. Thundercats on Veve would be great. Yeah, get Snarf Snarf. Snarf Snarf. Slider, Tucson, FA Silver Surfer and FA Galactus are good books still to drop, but I agree, not many left. It would only put them at blue chip if they do 7,500 mints or lower. I agree. No Wolverine Mighty? Yeah, please no Wolverine Mighty. Please not. If they do it, so be it, whatever. But yeah, Fantastic Four 48 and 49. Which ones are those again? Don't we? We don't have that one? I thought we did. $48. We don't have that one. We don't have Galactus. And then 49, because that's what this one is. If you guys haven't seen it, that's what this one is. First appearance of Silver Surfer, first appearance of Galactus cameo. And then I think the next one is the actual first appearance of Galactus. Yeah, these are big. We have a few left, but a lot of Star Wars cool comics though, not Grail prices though. Yeah, Boba Fett Star Wars books, sure. Yeah, Around the Akomi's verse starts in 30 minutes. You should raid them if you're still alive then. Yeah, I'll be hanging out here a little bit longer. We've already been streaming for 2 hours. A little bit longer than I wanted, but I'm having fun. Is my Grail 48 is Black Panther? You mean 50? You just know them by the covers? Yeah, when it starts getting into the numbers, it starts getting tough. Especially when some are like cameos, other ones. I really think this one will do awesome on VV, obviously. Any other ones? No, that's it. Yeah, still waiting on these Carnage and Venom drops. If they don't announce something, I would say by like early to mid-March, then I'm gonna be like, what's going on with these Marvel Mighty things? But technically they've been on a 1-month cadence, so I'm not gonna say anything yet. 48 is Silver Surfer, 52 is Black Panther. Gotcha. Cover's really good on 50. 50 is the brown silver. It's the brown silver server cover. Gotcha. AF15 a good buy? AF15 is always a good buy. I mean, it's arguably the biggest grail we have on the app for comics. It's arguably the biggest. It's a top 3 easily, but probably top 1 for most people. I think it's pumped quite a bit though. Recently. It was at like 240 for a while. I believe last I saw was at 300. Yeah, it's starting to pull back a bit. Let me pull it up here. Amazing Fantasy 15. Yeah, it was at 240 5 days ago. About 5 days ago, it was about 240. Then it ran up to 300. I think if you wait, it can go back down to below 250. Below 250 is I think a good price range. It's this thing is bounced off of like 230 like 4 or 5 times. Like 230 seems to be the price where most people are like, all right, that is too cheap, and I'm gonna buy up another one. Wow, there's some people with dozens and dozens of these. Bit Defender, Dr. Prophet, Grubba's a big. See what Grubba's been doing. We'll lurk a little bit. Wow, he got an Enterprise today. Quite a few Lambos. This is all yesterday. A lot of Lambos. I wonder if he played the drop. Can we see that? Okay, so he minted the drop. Got a 3-digit ultra rare. Bought a mint 50 Lambo secret rare. And then proceeded to just stack the white ones. It's a good call. Grabbed a few more golden moments recently. Collect the stamp sets. Seems to just kind of collect the sets as they come along. It's very easy to kind of forget about sets and stuff like that. Superman's actually another one I've been kind of keeping a close eye on. I know it's on the higher side of mints when it comes to like grails, right? But it's still Superman at the end of the day. Yeah, 15 purchase 4 days ago when it was going for 250. More stamps, more A15s. I think that's kind of it. Lots of stamps. Jeez, a lot of Lunar New Year dragons. So we got the whole set. We basically got 2 sets, but just a lot of these ones here. This man has spent a decent amount. Mint got a ultra rare. Spent 680 for this. 250, 250, another 250, 400, 400. Yeah, this guy spent more in the last like month than I have like the whole like last year and a half. Congrats to him though. We need collectors. We need hardcore collectors like these people on the app. They make the world go round, or at least the marketplace. Some of the posters are pumping right now. Back to the Future posters, stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Unless you guys got anything else you want to talk about or bring up. I don't think there's been any like new announcements or anything like that on Veve yet. Has Veve announced anything or said anything? Oh yeah, for the comic, this one I'm passing on it. I'm gonna play, if you guys are joining the stream, if you guys weren't here at the very beginning, I'm gonna play the Blade drop. I'll end up either bidding no MCP or a very small amount, you know, somewhere towards the minimum, like, all right, it's 5,000, maybe 6,000, whatever it is, and just kind of see if I win. He doesn't look the best, but 50 gems and 900 mints, it might be worth going for. Whoa, I need to close this page. And then for the comic, I'm passing on the comic. I'd rather just buy 2 commons for like 24 bucks than spend 20 just for a random chance. Revenge of the Jedi poster I need. Yeah, there's quite a few things I want. Return of the Jedi. That's the one we looked at earlier. I really like the Nicoletta Baldari one, and I really like the... Is there more? Dude, there's a lot of posters with Return of the Jedi. Any of you guys got the Poland one? How much is this one going for? 120. This is the one with like Vader's like head exploding, which is pretty cool. In Polish. Ooh, I love this art. Nicoletta Baldari. This is one of my favorite ones. This probably immediately became one of my top 5 favorite like comic covers. The color, everything just looks awesome. How much is this going for? 64. Man, I remember I was like contemplating buying this when this was like 35, 40. Now it's like 50% higher. I got all posters except holiday ones. Gotcha. Yeah, I think posters will do well. People want to have like themed rooms and stuff like that. So it'll be awesome, especially if everything you got in there is like officially licensed stuff, right? I don't know if in the Veveverse you can like import in images, and technically you could do like movie posters and stuff, I guess, but I think having the actual collectibles would be awesome. So, all right, this was killing me, dude. It's really left a mark on my face, but cool, guys. Thanks for everyone for stopping by. I typically just turn on these streams and I just hang out. Like, I really don't have like an end time in mind or anything like that. I usually just kind of hang out. We talk about random stuff and we bounce ideas off each other. So happy I got my Giant Size X-Men UR for 125. Yeah. What's it going for now? Let me look this up really quick. It took me a while to kind of have these, like, this art style grow on me, but I'm starting to like it now. At first, I wasn't a huge fan, but it's definitely kind of started to grow on me. Yeah, 200 now. Yeah, that's what's up. Going for 900 now. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Vibe Slider. Thank you, all of you guys, so much for hanging out. Please, voice crack, but please double and triple check all of your listings. There was, if you guys know or didn't know, yesterday there was 2 people, I think there was 2 separate people that messed up listing their collectibles, Lambos. Both of them were SRs. So please double and triple check your listings before you sell some. Especially, I know you get caught up in like the market. Oh my God, this is selling and I want to sell it before the next guy puts it lower or whatever. Like, you know, especially post drop, but like, take your time. And that's another reason why I think adding a security feature, like after you put in your price, it'll confirm everything, but before you type it in, you still have to put in like a 4-digit code or whatever, a PIN code or something so you can list it. So if someone takes your phone, they can't just randomly list collectibles on the market for super cheap. And that's also another way for you to like double check your listing, so you don't accidentally sell something for too cheap, because it almost gives you like a second opportunity to look at the price before you click confirm, and then that's done. So maybe they'll do it for, I think they should add a security feature for people listing things for maybe any price, because you don't want to list it for, at first I thought it was going to be a price threshold of like, oh, if it's at least 20 gems, there's like a security thing, but if not, whatever. But really for any price range, they should just add the security feature. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out. Yeah, smash that like button. Fun of the Sun, Hemoon, Slider, Mr. Singh, everyone else, thank you so much for hanging out. Meta Money, Adrian, Altman, everyone's here. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'll catch you guys next time. And hang out, let me see here. I'm gonna link you guys around the Ikomi verse is starting in like 17 minutes. If you guys have nothing better to do, go there and just post a comment that you guys are there and saying what's up. Hopefully they have some cool stuff to talk about. Live with Riz, Crypto Rain, BV. Yeah, cool. All right, hope you guys take care. See you later.